Hello, locker room. As you know, at the beginning of every month, I try to set aside some time and review our current PDF, go through the workouts, provide you some insight into the structure and just the general flow of the sessions for the month. And I have our download ready to take a look at. So let's go ahead and go through these sessions real quick. So let's see if I can share this screen real quick. There we go. So let's take a look. May 2024. Can't believe it, honestly. A quick little note from me. You have a quote. Here is your schedule. The usual flow of everything is very balanced. If you need to move some sessions around because you have a scheduling conflict, feel free to do that, but just try to keep it in the same order if possible. I did want to open a couple of these video demos and go through some moves that maybe you haven't seen before, and make sure that the execution is what it should be so that you have maximum muscle engagement and that you are performing it properly, preventing injury and making sure that we're not putting any excess pressure on the joints. So the full body trisets are pretty straightforward. I think that you've seen most of these exercises before. You can click here. It will open the exercise demo. And there is a couple exercises in this full body power workout that I did want to review. So let's go ahead, open this workout in YouTube and see what we have here. So here is the full body power circuit. Try to turn this down. My goodness. Let's see here. Shush. Okay, so let's give this a pause. The first exercise that I want to review here is this kneeling split squat. If you take a look at this, this is a really close stance. Your back knee is coming about the same level as the front heel. So that's how you're going to line that up. There is a lean forward with this exercise. That's going to help engage the glute. Please make sure that you keep your heel down the entire time. That's going to make sure that the glutes fire. So take a look at this. The knee is lining up with that back heel. You're leaning forward slightly. Heel stays on the floor. And then there was one other one here. This side kneeling squat. I want to take a look at this as well. So here we have, let's pause it at the top of the movement. The knee and the hip should be lined up. So the knee should be directly below the hip. The foot that's out to the side can be in front of you slightly. All you're doing is sitting back on that heel. Make sure that the top of your foot is placed on the floor. You're driving through this knee here to come to a high kneeling position. I actually prefer to do this with a plate. Not everybody has access to a plate. So just for demo purposes, I'm using a dumbbell here. A lot of quad engagement here, a lot of glute engagement here. So I just wanted to make sure that I reviewed a couple things to help you execute these exercises properly. So I think that's the only two there. And let's keep on looking through this download here. Where did it go? Okay, there we go. So body weight circuit, again, most of these we've seen before. If you need to take a modification, the modification demos are after the typical exercise. So make sure that you watch through the whole thing if you need a modification, because I will provide those for some of these moves. The upper body and interval workout. Number one, your intervals can be really anything from sprints. You can cycle, you can do a step mill, an elliptical. If you don't have any cardio equipment, go ahead. You can do high knees. You can also use a jump rope. All these are pretty straightforward as well. I think the only other one that I wanted to take a look at was this legs and glutes workout. We're going to look at this crossover deadlift and the sissy squat, I believe. So let's take a look at that. Try to get this volume down this time. Okay, so let's just skip forward until we see this crossover deadlift. So here we have the crossover deadlift. You are loading the opposite side. So in this case, if you're holding the dumbbell in the right hand, it's the left leg that's working. So you're going to keep that heel down on the ground. You're driving through that heel to get the dumbbell from the outside of the foot back to that opposite hip. So you are going to have to bend through this knee here to get that dumbbell to cross over the body, driving through the heel, coming up, rotating either the dumbbell or a kettlebell all the way around. So make sure that that heel stays on the ground. You're rotating to the outside foot, and that is a crossover deadlift for you. Let's take a look at a sissy squat. So the sissy squat is also a high kneeling position. Let's see if we can find that. There we go. So you can also do this plate loaded as well, holding it to the chest. Try to make sure that your hips stay underneath you and you're leaning back, driving through these knees to come to a high kneeling position. The feet are on the floor and a lot of quad engagement here. So lean back as far as you can. Keep your hips underneath you. Feet stay on the ground and you're sinking your hips in between those heels. So that is your quick summary for your workouts this month. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to email me. It's coach@builtforher.com. I hope that you're enjoying all these new exercises, teaching class, trying to come up with new and fresh ways to challenge my athletes here at Train 186 has been so awesome and allowed me to really do some deep dives into some new exercises to keep you guys interested as well. I can't thank you so much for continuing to be a member of Locker Room, and I will see you guys around. Let me know if there's anything that comes up, and I'd be happy to help. And enjoy your month of May. See ya.